Welcome to another edition of Politics in Nigeria, a talk show where we track and analyze some important political events in the country as a way of lending our voices and contributing to the issues of national development. King's Law and on Politics in Nigeria today, I have my regular guest, Honorable Yinka Akimbiyi, Senior Special Assistant to the Executive Chairman of Ibadan Southwest LGA. He's a lecturer, a politician, and a PDP member. Honorable, thank you for joining me again today to analyze politics in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Our audience at home, I greet everybody. Things will be better in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. There has been a big rumor in the air as far as the political firmament of Nigeria is concerned. A very big rumor. Honorable, it is being rumored that our former president, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, will defect from the PDP to the APC, and that he might emerge, that some elements, within the APC, some powers that be within the APC are considering making him, in quote, presidential candidate of the APC come 2023. Honorable, how do you perceive the rumored defection of Jonathan and the possible, his possible candidacy on the platform of the APC?
Thank you very much. You said rumor. I don't see it as a rumor. I see it as a fact. Because Jonathan, former president Jonathan himself, came on here to express his readiness, provided that he's being given the tickets directly, so that going to the primaries will just be a kind of rubber stamping what he has been given. He said it, that if Muhammad Buhari, the current president of Nigeria, would deem it fit to give the ticket to him directly, he would defect to APC. He said that because he knows that there's going to be an equilibrium that is not even achievable. He knows that Buhari will not be able to do that because of the pressure in his party. We have notable politicians that are interested in the position. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have the current vice president, Yemi Osinbajo, and a host of others who have been purchasing the form of 100 million naira. They are so desperate in getting to that seat, and I know they won't get there. But the major point here is that Jonathan will not even try it because he knows the consequence of doing so. He knows that where he comes from. I'm talking about the South. South is predominantly PDP environment. Now bringing up APC in that region is as good as killing himself politically. He has done his best. He spent over 5 years on that seat. He has done his best. During his time, we have a lot of beautiful things in Nigeria. But those people that were crucifying him after he left the office were the ones clamoring that he should come on board now to come and rule this country again. It shows that something is seriously wrong with that party called APC. How could you were the one saying Jonathan was heavily corrupt. Jonathan was a senseless and clueless president. Now the man is no more in the seat. You are now the one that are now saying that he should come to contest on the platform of your party. But the beautiful thing is, and the normal thing for Jonathan is to just sit at Otuoke and be enjoying the rest of his life. He's now ambassador to the United Nations. He's traveling everywhere, solving problems here and there. That should be enough for him. That's my kind of advice. And I know this video will go viral. And if possible, Goodluck Jonathan himself sees this. My kind of advice is he should not listen to what the sycophants in APC are telling him. You shouldn't do that because it makes no sense. And I know that some people are already fighting him on that. I know Femi Falana, the legal luminary, is already saying that spending more than 8 years. It's not constitutional in Nigeria. If Jonathan now goes for this position, that will be 8 years plus 1.5. That will be like 9.5 years, which is not tenable under the law in Nigeria. We just have few days to the congresses. We are on the 9th today. We are talking about just 21 days. So I would personally advise Goodluck Jonathan to continue enjoying his life after office and be working with UN, solving issues here and there. It's good for him. He has made his mark in the sand. His name is written in gold already. For him to have willingly given up the power to Jonathan. But my advice today is that Buhari himself should be ready to hand over to whoever wins the presidential election coming up.
What if that person emerges on the platform of the APC?
Thank you. You are very correct about that. If an APC wins this election, there is no reason why the person should not be sworn in. Provided there is no hanky-panky, there is no rigging. What we want is the continuation of what Jega did in 2015. And I implore the present president to write his own name to the sand of time in gold. People, General Olusegun Obasanjo was reckoned with throughout the world in 1979 because he handed over to a democratically elected president. He said that was the reason why he had the opportunity of coming up again in 1999. So I'm advising the current president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, to do the same so that his name too be written in gold.
Thank you, Honorable. Apart from Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, many other southern names have been bandied around. As a matter of fact, most of them have already purchased their nomination forms, their expression of interest forms to contest on the platform of the APC. Honorable, do you think having many southern aspirants on the platform of the APC especially is a good omen for the South? I mean, is it not going to fragment the support base of the South, giving the Northerners an advantage, in the primaries of especially the APC?
Thank you. Naturally, politically, there is a saying that says that goes to us, the more the merrier. It makes it to be more interesting, but naturally I'm not interested in whatever goes on in APC because I'm sure they usually destroy this country. And the agitation in town now is, it should take us back to 2015 where Jonathan stopped. Because what concerns the common people on the streets is to eat 3 times in a day, quality food, good shelter, water, good road. Out of all that I've talked about, APC has not done anything. And the bedrock of everything has to do with security. They've failed woefully in terms of security too. But be that as it may, when you are talking about their primaries, whoever wins those is none of our concern. PDP as a party, we are ready for them and we give it to them at the right time. Election is fast approaching, and I'm assuring you by the end of this month, both parties, yes, we both have structures in this country when it comes to election. So latest by 31st of this month, both parties must have produced their candidates. And then like Governor Wike has already said, by the time PDP comes up with our candidate, that candidate will shock APC and their psychophants. And by then, I know Nigerians will be so happy that PDP has given them the right candidate that is needed at this point in time. Watch out, it will happen very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Giving an ethnic or a sectional coloration to a conversation of this sort is not the ideal thing, but of course we are considering the clamor for a southern president in light of the peculiarity of the Nigerian situation. But that is by the way. Honorable, let's come to your party.
No, sorry. Let me say one or two things about that.
Okay.
You say it's fine, we have federal character in this country, but to be candid, there is no legal binding document that says that power should be rotated. No. All this rotation of power that we've been seeing in this country has been on mutual agreement, verbal agreement. But truly, I won't support a situation whereby a northerner will rule us again this time around. I'm not in support of that too because I'm a southerner. By the time we allow the northerner to produce the next president, that means they will spend it will be 16 years at a run. So personally, I don't support that too. But we have to be sincere with ourselves. With everything that since 1999, it has always been on mutual agreement, verbal agreement, which can be truncated at any moment. Yes, but to me, what I'm expecting, if a southerner wants to get this ticket, our people from the southeast or south-south or southwest, they have to move out from their comfort zone. They too have to go to the north. You have to lobby. That is what politics is all about. Lobbying is the key thing. We can't sit in the east and be expecting manna to come from heaven. The easterners have to go to the north. Personally left to me, as a true Nigerian, with what our mentor, the great politician of our time, General Olusegun Obasanjo, has rightly said, we should forget about the sentiment of what happened about the coup of January 15, 1966. We should have gone beyond that. We should have gone beyond the civil war. We should be thinking about new things. We should forgive one another in this country. There is nothing stopping us allowing the Easterners to produce the next president of this country. And I'm saying this to my northern brothers and sisters. Let's forget about the past. Nobody is above mistake. Let's come together as one to build a strong Nigeria. All institutions in Nigeria they are as good as dead. But by the time we all realize that we should see ourselves as one, that is when things can start changing in this country. And I pray we shall get there very soon.
Amen. Thank you for preaching the message of unity, the message of oneness, and thank you for wishing Nigeria well. Nigeria is our country, of course, and that is the essence of this conversation, to talk in the interest of our country. Honorable, I am not very much familiar with the politics of Oyo State. I mean, I do not know much about the politics of Oyo State. But with my background in political science, I am interested in the political happenings, within my environment. And so, in Oyo State recently, even most recently, the political development has, been around the resignation of a prominent senator, Senator Kola Balogun, the younger brother to the Olubadan. What do you know about the circumstances that surround his resignation, and what do you make of his resignation? As a bona fide member and very active member of PDP, Senator Kola Balogun hails from my senatorial district that we named Oyo South Senatorial District. I am from Ibadan South-East Local Government. He is from Ibadan North-East Local Government. You say some things are sacrosanct in politics. When you are being offered a ticket to represent a particular party, you are going to that red chamber on the platform of that party, and what is expected of you is to always come back to that community
that I'm talking about Oyo South Senatorial now. Unfortunately, our senator has not been reckoning with his constituency properly. Yes, he might have done one or two things. He might have said, I know about these people that are sales rights, they were being given problem concerning the custom officers. He stood by them, he did this and that in Abuja. But at this, he's the only senator that we are having in PDP. He's supposed to be the best friend with the governor. And one thing about politics is, yes, I know I've been hearing whatever all things that he has been saying, that he has been mentioning some leaders, he has been saying that he has been touching the statutory, the high schools. I'm talking about principal officers. He has been giving them some stipends. But the truth about it is, the main people that supported him are not feeling his impact. I'm talking about the generality of PDP members and our communities as a whole. If I challenge him, I can challenge him that what has he done in this local government? Maybe he gave them just one, what do you call it, transformer at Agbokojo, and a task on road at BCG Apata there, which is now being repaired by the state government. The truth about it is that he has really done nothing tangible to merit what the government to commiserate with what the governor has been doing. It is not far-fetched that if you check what the governor has been doing in this state, has been so tremendous. The last administration of Governor Ajimobi constructed, or let me say repaired or constructed either of the two, 42 kilometers of road. Why Seyi Makinde, that's for 8 years, why Seyi Makinde has done 67 kilometers from Moniya to Iseyin, and he's doing more and more, which we can all say within 3 years in office. That shows that the man is here to do a lot of things. And to cap it up, Senator Kola Balogun, the system that produced him is what removed him. What am I really saying? He was in ADC while already somebody had a ticket of that senatorial seat in his own pockets. Coming to PDP, the governor has to talk to the person in question and get the ticket for him. That is the present commissioner for local government, Bayo Lawal, commissioner for local government and chieftaincy matters. Is the one that the governor took the ticket from and gave it to Senator Kola Balogun. So if you now got to that seat and you didn't perform to the expectation of generality of the party members, naturally what is expected of you is to leave the stage, which is happening now, because that's the only senator we have, and he's supposed to perform far beyond the rest that are in the other party. So, but I want to use this medium to appreciate His Excellency Governor Makinde for the excellent job he has been doing. Now bringing it down to what is happening in Oyo State presently, I don't want the governor to listen to some sycophants who are telling the governor to impose certain candidates on more preferred candidates that people really want in the party. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the state honorable positions. I overheard that there was a rumor that the governor has picked certain candidates above some that are really performing. I want him to use his good office to send some emissaries to go around the state to go and ask who do people really want within the party and outside the party. Through this, the governor will really know those that can pull the party to glory. We should deviate from the old ways we do things. And I know the governor is a very wise woman, very intelligent and a listening governor. My governor, sir, Engineer Seyi Makinde, God is really using you for this state, and I want you to please do the right thing. We have few days to the primaries. What I'm saying, cuts across the states. Give us good candidates that will boost your own votes, not people that people be sweating, begging, spending money to buy them to support us. You are a very notable and lovely person, and I want you to use your good officer to think about this. And I'm sure by the time we do the right thing, people will be better for it, and we shall go higher, and we shall get it to the national. The second time is assured, but don't let us make any mistakes, and I'm sure we are getting there.
Well, Honorable, you have accused the distinguished senator of non-performance. That, of course, is your opinion, and many people will, of course, disagree with you on that. And that is by the way. Now that he has resigned his membership of the PDP, your party, and he has moved to the APC, considering his popularity, considering the incumbency factor, he's the incumbent senator, and considering the popularity of the APC, is the PDP not afraid of him? If he emerges the senatorial candidate of the APC, will the PDP not be afraid of him?
Afraid of him? It's not possible. But let me say this. Our referred king, Yoruba of Ibadan presently, was not even a supporter of PDP. He supports APC. That's the gospel truth. And the governor was so magnanimous in doing the right thing, in installing him as the governor, when he knew perfectly well that he's a man that will never support, that is not interested in supporting our party. We know what is happening presently, having meetings here and there to make sure his brother becomes the APC candidate. There is no big deal about that. Let me tell you, there is nobody that is popular. It's the party that makes you to be popular. Governor Seyi Makinde left PDP in 2015. He contested under SDP. He lost. I won't say he lost woefully, because he was not using a very solid platform. PDP has a very strong structure, and that is what really matters. If Senator Kola Balogun wants to test his own popularity, let him go to SDP, NNPP, AD. I can assure you, he will lose woefully. Going to APC is the greatest mistake also. Senator Kola Balogun has took a wrong step. As a politician, he's supposed to have taken it all and sink like that. It's one of those things, and still be loyal to the party that produced him to become what he is today. I know what Governor Seyi Makinde did to make sure that he won his election. Now, that same man left PDP. I wish I would be here again to talk about this after the general election. I'm assuring you, God's willing, we will all be alive. We'll be talking about this anytime soon in 2022. By then, that will be, I think it should be February 2023. And then Governor Seyi Makinde, through our candidates, Tegbe, will triumph.
That reminds me, Honorable, it was also in the news that the governor anointed a candidate in place of Senator Kola Balogun in the person of Chief Joseph Tegbe. So, Honorable, tell us, who is Chief Joseph Tegbe, and why is the governor so keenly interested in him?
That's a lovely question. Chief Joseph Tegbe, I know him to be an He works with KPMG, if I'm right, and as an auditor, an accountant or an astute accountant, and he happens to be a consultant. You say the beauty of politics is that we are in an era where we have to be bringing in technocrats to help in revamping our society. We cannot be having politicians alone handling things. Directly or indirectly, Governor Seyi Makinde himself is a technocrat, and you can see the beauty of what he's doing in town presently. So Tegbe coming in will really assist the work of His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde by second time to really revamp this state. We need a lot of new things. The world is going digital, and we have to move with time. Tegbe is bringing up new things, new innovations. That's the reason why we need technocrats also mixed with politicians to do things. Yes, I'm not jealous of Lagos, but I can assure you that that's what is happening in Lagos. Lagos is moving with time, and that's the reason why we have a very beautiful governor in the name of Governor Seyi Makinde, who is also going in that direction. And I can assure you, with the support of Tegbe and the rest, you will see that Oyo State will be better off after 2027. To the extent that Oyo State indigents will be clamoring for Seyi third time, which I don't think is possible until we change the constitution of this country.
Thank you, Honorable. Let me ask you, how democratic is it for the governor of a state? Of course, it is not peculiar to Governor Seyi Makinde and Oyo State. It's the norm, in this part of the world. I mean, in our society, for governors to determine single-handedly who gets what, when, and how. Talking about senatorial positions, House of Reps positions, and so on. So it is not peculiar to Oyo State and to Governor Makinde. So, Honorable, tell us sincerely, how democratic is it for a state governor to single-handedly decide who becomes a senatorial candidate of his party?
I can assure you that politically it's not possible for a governor alone to be deciding on the party. No, we have leaders in each ward, in each local government, in each senatorial, and in each state that forms the structure of leadership. We call them stakeholders. If anything happens in a local government, the governor will call upon the leaders from such local government, and he will ask this particular candidate. We have 7 state honorable now. I'm just using that as an example. The governor will now ask, who do you people prefer? Believing that they are speaking on the generality of the party members on behalf. And if peradventure we now see a leader or more leaders that were saying the wrong thing, there's always a way through which the members of the party will kick against such decision, maybe by polite protest to the governor's office, that what a particular leader comes there to do, all the leaders have done is on their own. We don't know about it. The governor, any governor that is in that kind of position, must listen to the party members. Your Excellency, we won't accept this. It's wrong. It's not done anywhere. What really happened? After expressing themselves, the governor will now call the leaders again and tell them point blank that you are the one that is misleading me. It's you leader that are misleading me. I've heard from the feedback I have from members of the party, and because of that, the person is now being dropped. That's the normal thing. But wherever you have a totalitarian governor that is so autocratic in his decision, it will definitely affect the party on the long run. Because you now see people within the party fighting the party inwardly during an election, which I pray will never happen in our own state. Because Governor Seyi Makinde is a lovely and listening governor.
Thank you, Honorable. Are you saying categorically that the choice of Joseph Debe is not the sole decision of the government? I mean, are you saying that it is the choice of party leaders? Are you saying so categorically?
Yes, I'm saying that because I know what really went on, what really happened. The governor did not just pick Tegbe from the moon. There was a meeting of stakeholders, of leaders, where it was generally discussed, and if generality of the of members of the party are against what the governor and leaders did, you will have had people going against it on social media and on print and visual, whatever. And because it was accepted, that was the reason why you can see everybody accepting it whole and simple. Even today, I've seen it that the first born of the king of Ibadan land has gone to Tegbe to give his own support. That is Tegbe for real. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable. Finally, before we go, I would like you to briefly give us your prediction of what would happen in your party, the PDP, at the national level. I mean, the PDP national, in terms of who emerges in presidential candidate. So, who do you think would link the presidential ticket of the PDP, your party?
That's a very funny question. It's as good as you are pulling my leg to tell you the results of an exam that people have not started for, that people have not sit for.
Just a prediction.
I know, I won't talk about that because I know that this will go viral, and APC will be, they are looking for loopholes to get us to really know where we are picking our candidates.
Okay, don't want to
I won't say it now, but very soon, the credible candidate PDP will choose will shock APC, and Nigerians will be so happy. And PDP is winning. Quote me, by the special grace of God, PDP is winning this election. We are going to that Asoro and to change, not fake change that they brought to real change, the betterment of Nigerians.
Okay, so you don't want to give the APC an expo. Okay, Honorable Yinka Akimbi, Senior Special Assistant to the Executive Chairman of Ibadan Southwest LGA. He's a lecturer, a PDP member, and of course, the politician. Honorable, thank you once again for joining me this time again to analyze politics in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. When it comes to Nigeria, I'm always ready. But my people, please, you now go out there. Please, I beg you now. The only thing we can use to send away this terrible government of Nigeria presently, the terrible government of General Muhammadu Buhari, is to get your PVC. I've got in mind. Have you done that? Go to your nearest PVC, your nearest INEC office. And I beg, I'm telling INEC now to do the right thing. Jega did the right thing in 2015. You have to reciprocate what Jega did. And we have a better Nigeria. I know Nigeria will be better for all of us. We are not running anywhere. Even by the time we go to America, go to Britain, anywhere you go to, we still come back to our fatherland. Ghana is getting better now because they have good people. We also have good people among us. Let's vote for the right people.
Honorable, thank you. Thank you, viewers. This is about the size of the show today. King Lonka is my name, and the program is Politics in Nigeria. Thank you for watching. Thank you.